Hello, welcome to Geared. I'm Aaron. We are going to do another Fusion quick tip today. Today we're going to talk about the delete key and why you should be using it more. Let's jump into Fusion and I'm going to show you some cool stuff and cool ways to use the delete key to maybe help streamline your workflow. First example I'm going to give you is going to be creating a couple of pipes, joining them together to make a T. Instead of going through a whole bunch of crazy geometry, we can just make a couple pipes and delete the intersects. So let's create a sketch. And we are going to do this the quick and easy way. We're just going to make some randomly sized pipes here. Nothing fancy. And what we want to do is make a T-pipe that comes in and meets up with this. So let's do a new sketch on this plane. Pull in the dimensions of the outside edge here so we know what to line it up with. Construction line off the middle. We could have also used the origin there. Let's just do a circle. It's the middle of that line, which may or may not be the actual middle, but for this, it doesn't matter. So again, 20, 25. I'm doing this the quick and easy way because I know the dimensions and it's not really important to this particular video. So let's extrude this. And this is where we're going to start running into issues normally. At this point, you might go through a whole lot of work trying to figure out how to make a perfect join here, because by doing what we just did, we now have all this extra stuff in the middle. Luckily, this is where the delete key comes in. You can just highlight a face and delete all that geometry. Then if you want to come and clear this out and do another sketch here, extrude this in. Now you notice we're going to kind of mess up our inside geometry here, but that's okay. We've got our hole punched through, but now we can again use the delete key to highlight these two faces, hit delete, and let Fusion heal up that geometry. Highlight both faces, hit delete, and we have just made a perfect T-pipe where everything lines up. This is a quick way to make a little T-pipe where we didn't have to use the sweep function or even the pipe function. Okay, we're in a fresh sketch now, and I'm going to show you a couple other quick uses for the delete key using some more basic, just kind of geometric shapes. So let's do a sketch here. We're just going to make a simple rectangle. 50 is good. Extruded another 50 to give ourselves a cube. And then we are going to just make another strange shape here on the side. Doesn't matter what we're doing. We're just going to make some lines, get some crazy angles here. We're going to extrude this. We're going to say, okay. So we've got a weird shape here. The shape, what the shape is doesn't matter. It's just to kind of show you what's going to happen when we start deleting faces in Fusion. For instance, if we delete this face, it's going to do its best to line up geometry and quote unquote heal it with the rest of the geometry. We can undo that and try deleting some of these other faces, and you'll see what it does here. Now, that's not something you'd probably want to do in a real-world workflow, but it gives you an idea what happens when you start deleting some of these faces and how Fusion's going to work with it. Sometimes it's difficult to figure out what's going to happen when you delete a face, but it's pretty easy to coax Fusion into deleting what you want it to delete. So if I delete this face, nothing happens, because it doesn't know where to go. If I delete this face and this face, it's going to get rid of all of that geometry and take us back to our cube. Because Fusion knows that everything between these two faces fills up the rest of that particular geometry, and it's going to get rid of it. So you can really use that to your advantage when you're trying to clean up things. Another example is to do an extrude. Say you were trying to extrude this in, but you didn't want anything sticking out the top here. Well, you can easily come in now that you've got your extrude, just delete that top piece and have the geometry set up the way you want. That was really quick, and I hope it was helpful. I think the delete key in Fusion is underutilized because I don't think people really realize how powerful it can be. So hopefully you can take something away from this. As always, if you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments, or if you have any suggestions for other quick tips, please let me know in the comments as well. Thank you.